Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Wednesday. Okay, guys, so welcome back to Up and Adam Channel 2, where we are back with more Bravo TV drama, especially when it comes to Vanderpump Rules. Well, Vanderpump Rules, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Summer House, take your pick. I don't care. It's just maybe not going to be in the order that you want, but it's all going to be addressed in this video. So before we jump in, if you guys have not already, go ahead, pop off in the comments section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and let's jump right in.
No one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
All right, guys. So I am starting off with the Katie Maloney of it all because, well, where else would I really start off? Just to be really clear. But hold on. Katie Maloney and Dana Cathan, thank you to Taste of Reality, are saying thanks but no thanks to Rachel Levis's apology. On the April 17th Disrespectfully episode, the Vanderpump Rules co-stars began their text from Rachel segment, reading the infamous text apology. Mine said, in reference to Raquel's text, Dana begins, "Hi Dana, I just texted Katie and I wanted to apologize to you both for encouraging Joe to post the article, and I'm sorry for reposting it. It was very pretty and uncalled for, or petty and uncalled for. I'm aware of my actions and I'm working to do better." Now, in case you missed it, Raquel posted an emergency podcast outing herself for her involvement in Joe Winberg posting the worst dressed red carpet looks from the iHeartRadio Music Awards to her Instagram stories. No one knew to include Katie and Dana that Raquel was the mastermind behind Joe's Instagram stories. When I saw that, I was like, okay, you're apologizing for some petty internet bullshit, but I've not seen any acknowledgement, accountability, or apology for the real torment and hurt that you brought to my life. I don't enjoy apologies unless I see modified behavior and their actions that follow it, is what Katie said. But the disrespectfully duo found the text to be performative and questioned the motive in sending it. Just do better, is what Dana said. She created an entire situation out of nothing to literally have something to talk about, is what Katie said. And the something about her co founder ended the segment with a mic drop saying, "Don't talk to dead people." Okay, wait a minute. Now let me play Z clip.
We have to talk about the Rachel text message apology situation.
Oh, Lord. Another saga I wish was not a thing.
We never asked to be a part of. So if you do not know, Rachel, we saw her at iHeart.
We talked about it.
Okay, so you know, yeah, from last week's episode. In terms of timeliness, she hadn't texted us when we had recorded that episode. So she texted us and it was very robotic. Like
when I saw her name on my phone, which is still Raquel,
same.
by the way, I froze. I was
Same.
like, oh my God. I didn't want to open it. I didn't know what the hell it was. It didn't even cross my mind.
My heckles went up immediately. I was like, should we just read it? Let's just read it. Mine said, "Hi, Dana. I just texted Katie and I wanted to apologize to you both for encouraging Joe to post that article, and I'm sorry for reposting it. It was very petty and uncalled for. I'm aware of my actions and I'm working to do better. Rachel." It was just like the most, I hope this email finds you doing well. But the whole thing bothers me. So, first of all, you outed yourself. We did not know that you encouraged Joe to do that.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just like, an apology is not an apology I think that she texted us that so she could say on her podcast that she did.
Well, she did like an emergency podcast about it. First, like I don't necessarily think that whole thing like went viral. I don't think it was necessary to apologize. I don't think it was necessary to do a podcast mentioning that you apologize. And also for me, when I saw that, I was like, okay, you're apologizing for some petty internet bullshit, but I have not seen any acknowledgement, accountability, or apology for like the real torment and hurt that you brought to my life. Like, I don't give a shit about this, but like,
no.
And the thing is like, I don't enjoy apologies unless I see like modified behavior and there's like actions that follow it. So I don't really need that from her either. Like, she's not in my life, so it doesn't really matter to me. But it's just interesting that she spent any energy or time or reflection or thought to do that, but hasn't done the other stuff.
The action's not behind it, but out of all the things, that's what you choose to text us about.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
the whole thing was so Twilight Zone. I had the same reaction when I saw her name pop up. My jaw dropped and I was like, what on earth are you possibly texting me about? And then in the episode, I thought it was funny. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I, saw little snippets on TikTok, and she also was sending subtle jabs. She was like, I'm not going to stoop to those people's level. I don't know if she said there as in you and me specifically, but it was just like, first of all, you suck at apologizing. Second of all, this was not, I think, requiring an episode in general. It looked performative and was just like trying to save face. And also, like, I don't need you to tell me that you're aware of your actions and you're doing better. I want you to just do better. You got options.
But stoop to whose level? I don't talk about you.
Yeah, the only things that we've talked about, I think, were necessary, and they weren't petty, silly things. So that's fine. She can have whatever opinion of us, but I just thought the whole thing was so weird. I'm not excusing Joe for that just because you encouraged her. I don't care. She's her own person. She has autonomy. She chose to do it. So, and again, we don't give a shit about it. It was just petty and stupid. So I don't know what kind of time she has on her hands, but apparently a lot.
It just looked like she just needed something to talk about. She created an entire situation out of nothing to like literally have something to talk about. That's what it seemed like to me.
Agreed. So don't want to give it too much more life, but the whole thing was.
Okay, doesn't stop there. Thank you to Bywig Hello Drama again.
Do you think LVP gives the guys too many passes? Like, what is that deal? It feels like oftentimes she's always defending the men on the show, and I shouldn't say just defending the men. It feels from an audience perspective like it's not the same level of defending with the women on the show, and maybe that could be because she owns a business with these men too.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's that element of like being in business with them, and but
so yeah, you agree.
I mean, I don't disagree, but I mean, I think I mean, I don't.
There's layers to it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen none of the gals behave poorly, so I don't think she's really had to like come to like. It would be interesting to see the girl, if any of the girls were to do.
Oh, interesting. Something like that. If how she would respond.
Yeah.
Do you think LVP gives the guys too many passes? Like, what is that deal? Do you think you and her can get back to where you were, or what?
Me and
Lala.
I mean, that's a little bit more confusing. Because I think I thought Lala and I obviously had some ups and downs through the season, but by the end of it and up until the reunion, like everything was fine. Like there was obviously, the reunion can get heated and like as it does every year, and things get brought up, but it took a really hard left.
Right.
And I was not like, I was very surprised how things went.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, also apparently Katie thinks that Lala has been self-producing.
What do you make with her dynamic of with Schwartz specifically?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't exactly know where they are. I think they're just like kind of acquainted with one. Like they're like sort of friend. I don't know. I don't know if they like hang out really. It's like I was at.
That was the confusing thing. It's like I don't think they're actually.
Like last year's like she like hated him and he was an asshole to her and he was hanging out with Ren, and then now it's like they're like tight or whatever. I mean, I was at Ocean's birthday and I was at her gender reveal. Like Schwartz wasn't there. I don't even know if he was like invited. He didn't show up. So it's like again, like I don't know like
messages.
How tight they are, how much she includes him in her life outside of all of this.
So do you think she's doing that for the show? Like, do you think she's thinking in her head, we need to bridge these gaps, or we need this, is she kind of self-producing? I'm not saying anyone's telling her to do these things. Maybe there is, but do you think that's part of kind of the way she's moving around the show?
A little, yeah.
What do you make with her dynamic?
Okay, so we think she's self-producing. She's gonna flip out over this, but I can't wait to see it. So guys, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Awkward. Love you. Bye.